Hi, this is Michael. I just want to show you a small graphics demo I did in Buildbox 3D. So let's just have a look at the gun tower. It consists of 4 objects: the tower, the barrel flash, and a bullet. And let's just start by looking at the base tower. It has a control touch rotate node, which will rotate the tower if you touch the screen. The only change I have made here is a math function limiting the rotation to 15 degrees in both directions. And then we have the barrel. It's let's just have a look at that. What happens here is that if you touch the screen, the barrel will spawn a new object, a new asset bullet, and it would also send out an event node called fire. So this is the barrel flash. When this object receives an event called fire, it will run an animation of this 2D billboard, and it looks something like this. It's basically just a very simple animation. And last and not least, we have the bullet. Let's just see what goes on in here. The bullet has a very high velocity of -200. It scales down in a duration of 1 second, and it's actually also removed after a delay for 1 second. So let's just see how that looks. The next step I called glider. What I have done here is I've attached the gun tower to a base, and this base is now the parent of the glider, of the gun tower. So what happens is that the glider has a speed, and of course the barrel and the whole gun tower will follow this glider base. We could just have a look at what goes on. Let's just have a look at the glider. So basically the only thing the glider has is a speed. It has a speed of -35, so that's basically it. And then I have added another billboard, and we can just have a look at that as well. It's just, again, it's very simple. It's just an animation. Let's just go inside here and see, and it's 2 frames. And the only thing it does, it gives away this kind of a noisy look that something is moving. So that's basically what is inside this billboard, what I call billboard engine, and everything is now connected to the glider. So it will actually follow when I move the glider, the tower, and the billboard. And I have actually also added a small light, point light, so it looks like the engine is emitting some kind of light. So let's just see how that looks. And again, I can fire the gun now, and together with the glider, and it looks like some sort of engine going on. And you could add some audio to this. I haven't done that because basically this is just a test for me to see how I can work with the graphics inside Buildbox. And in this third step, I have added some tunnel elements. These elements are made in Modo, and I've just exported them as OBJ. It's actually a very simple model. I can just show you after this how I did it in Modo. It's a very simple model, but it's also very effective of how it looks when the light is hitting the surface, and it's a very simple texture. It's fairly doable, even though if you're not a superhero inside a 3D modeling program. Let's just see. I have 3 sections. I have this first one. This is basically just the start, and I will also be going to use this section as a menu background. So this is the first. I've added a spotlight, which has a very high intensity, fairly sharp range here. I also added basically some objects here, just to add some details. It's not really it's fairly simple, everything in here. Oh, sorry about that. And also there's another billboard here. And what do we have? And there's a pipe up here, just giving some details. Let's just have a look at the next one. Again, we have the pipe. We have some. This is not really a spot. This is more like a point light, giving some light in this area. And I have a very small billboard animation going on here. And also up here we have some point lights and another billboard. And let's just go to the final part. Again, more billboards, some point lights, and I actually also think I have played around with the texture. Let's just have a look at the section. Yeah, you can see that the texture color is actually to make the whole scene become much darker. I have changed the texture color, so you can see if I change that, it doesn't really look that nice. So it's more, has much better mood when it's toned down like this. So let's just see how that looks all together. So now I have the light. I'm moving down this corridor, this tunnel, and there's also a fog setting. Let's just see how that looks. We can go in here. See, I have a fairly dark fog color, and I also have the distance is quite far actually, and it's again, it's not something I expect to become a game or anything. It's just something I do for fun, so I don't think so much about how the performance is. But as you can see, the gun is still working, and we now have a pretty cool looking environment for my glider passing through this tunnel, and you can just go on and making all sorts of additional tunnel sections and make it much more interesting than I have done here, but it looks quite nice actually. So this is inside Meadow. So what you see here is actually the way the section is built. It's built out of this one item here that I have mirrored in all directions actually. So what you out with is, when you see it together, it looks like something like this. I have modified the top and bottom a little, but it's a very simple shape, and it could be optimized even more than what you see here. So that's how it looks inside Meadow before I export it as a OBJ. And now this is the final section of this small graphical demo. I just added, for fun, some graphics for a menu and some world UI, and I also made a special 3D background for the main menu. Let's just go in and see. There's a logo, and there's just a graphics demo, and there's a start button, and just see the background. This is basically what is going to be the background for the game, for the menu. And we have the world UI, we have some kind of score. It's not working because I don't have any score inside the game. And then there's a back button back to the menu. And I'm also made some kind of small animation when you go in here, and when you go out, you should actually maybe that's not working. So let's just see how it looks. Okay, so this is the menu. And yeah, there was a white flash. I don't know, I couldn't see it inside the menu setup, but that should be a white flash when you go back and forward. Yeah, it works. Okay, so this is it. I'm not going to work on this anymore. I'm going to make something new, make a new graphics demo, I think, before I will actually start trying to make a actual game with some mechanics inside it. So this is the final step of this glider demo. Okay, bye bye.